Hi, as the title of this video suggests, this is dedicated to proving to you that despite all of the awesome memes and jokes that the internet has to offer, the shit always sinks to the bottom. Today, we're going to be talking about our favorite caveman. No, I'm not talking about Fred Flintstone, I'm talking about the Liver King. You may have seen him on your TikTok feed or maybe on YouTube. I myself have been watching video after video on his most recent scandal. I'll give you a second with a picture of the myth himself to see if you can tell what it's about. Huh? You think you may know? I'll give you a massive hint. The guy pops more steroids in a day than I pop Flintstone's gummies, okay? And see, I think most of us wouldn't have cared too much, you know? He's an adult. He can do what he wants with his body. At least, that's what I would have said had he not actively lied about taking them for years now. He's all about preaching an ancestral lifestyle and eating raw meat to build muscle mass and manpower. I mean, heck, it's literally in his name. Liver King? You can't get much more direct than that. But it looks like this Liver King has become a liver peasant, as he put out a video on Thursday coming totally clean about his steroid usage and having really shitty sound quality at that, though still considerably better than mine. Coming at this from a personal perspective, I'm consistently put off by his machismo and overall alpha persona. I get that his whole shtick is that living naturally, how our ancestors did, is better for your body, but geez, his public personality oftentimes makes me feel put off and just kind of annoyed. So with all that out in the open, I pose the question, why the fuck do we care? It's his body, he's an adult. And it's not like social media influencers don't lie all the time. Nowadays, it's more of a surprise to see someone telling the truth on YouTube than it is to see someone bold-faced lie about doing something illegal. Him being on steroids doesn't affect me or you. Sure, it makes me less likely to want to live like my ancestors, but let's be real, eating liver and sucking on some bones won't allow me to flex my pecs like The Rock or John Cena. How many of you actually follow the Liver King lifestyle of eating raw liver and sleeping on rocks? Most of us just followed him for the purposes of entertainment. Every time I see one of his videos, I say to myself, thank goodness that's not me, and proceed scrolling through TikTok to my dance videos and my thirst traps. The goal of lifestyle influencers is to make you jealous of their money and their way of life. If we were all as rich as the Liver Sire, we wouldn't need to watch his videos. We could just choke down deer testicles ourselves and go about our lives. The fact that he even mentions that the Liver King persona is kind of a public test in the video is kind of jarring when you first hear it, but it makes sense. There are very few people that really act like that, and most of them don't care to put it on social media. They just live it. He uses mental health as the primary reason for his lies, and I have to say, I kind of find that to be low-hanging fruit. I could be wrong, but it's not like he's helping to cure mental illness with his videos. I highly doubt that they're impacting most people in the ways he says they do. He frames himself as the savior of ancestral living, and I'm sure that it has indeed helped some people find happiness or a purpose in life. Heck, he started a successful business and cultivated an incredible online personality. But please, when you're watching these influencers, use critical thinking and common sense. If the lifestyle someone online is portraying seems too good to be true, it most likely is, and they're full of baloney. That brings me to the Kanye West scandal. Before I begin, no, I'm not going to talk about or show exactly what he said. I have no time for any form of promotion of that rhetoric on my channel. I'm sure you could find his most recent dumbassery on Twitter or Reddit. I will, however, dive into the idea that influencers online are not real. Well, less of an idea and more of a fact that we, unfortunately, need to come to terms with. Like the Liver King, Kanye West gains and maintains popularity by being provocative and saying things that resonate with people, either good or bad. Yes, good press is better than bad press, but bad press is better than no press, and no one has been better than Kanye at drumming up controversy of any kind over the past few years. At this point in time, he may be known more for the fact that he's unhinged than his music, and I think that I can speak for all of us when I say that sucks butt, man. I love the fact that musicians, actors, or really any big name celebrity can speak out on topics that they're passionate about, but it's really disappointing when awesome work is forgotten about or just discredited based on what someone has said or done. This is not a message about cancel culture, just an observation that art and artists are separate entities. Take that how you will. I leave you with this. The internet is big. Like, really big. And you can find some pretty awful things all over the place. At the end of the day, no matter how invested you might get into these stories or these people, remember that you can put it down. Think about things, and come back to it. While these things can feel important, they're not the only important thing in your life. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.